A Love Beyond Words, The Confession of Caitríona Balfe and Sam Heughan. It didn't happen on a red carpet or beneath the blinding flash of cameras at an awards gala. It happened quietly, almost sacredly, in a softly lit London studio. Caitríona Balfe, now 46, sat across from a well-known interviewer. The mood was intimate, reverent. For most of the conversation, she spoke with calm grace about her career, her humanitarian work, and her reflections on the end of Outlander. But then came the question, the one that had lingered in the air for nearly a decade. The interviewer leaned forward with a knowing smile. You and Sam Heughan share something rare, a bond fans often call spiritual. After all these years, what does he truly mean to you? Caitríona paused. She didn't rush, her hands folded gently in her lap as she drew a slow breath. The studio fell silent, the audience holding theirs. Then, with a wistful smile, she said softly, "I've loved Sam for a very long time." The room froze. The interviewer blinked, uncertain he'd heard correctly. Caitríona looked down, her voice calm but unflinching. "It's true. I've loved him, not in the way people might assume, but in a way that runs deeper than friendship and beyond words." It was the first time she had broken the invisible wall she and Sam had so carefully built for years. For nearly a decade, they had been the beating heart of Outlander. Their chemistry as Jamie and Claire Fraser had become the stuff of legend, so raw, so real it blurred the line between fiction and truth. Fans around the world had analyzed every glance, every laugh, every interview, convinced there was something more. Yet Sam and Caitríona had always handled the speculation with grace and humor, deflecting without denying the undeniable. Now, under the warm glow of studio lights, she finally gave that bond a name. Love. The interviewer leaned in gently. You mean love as in? Caitríona smiled through tearful eyes. Not romantic love, something purer. Sam has been my constant for more than 10 years. We've grown, laughed, carried each other through our hardest moments. You can't share that much of your life with someone and not love them deeply. Her voice trembled slightly, emotion thick in the air. People always want to label things, she added softly. But some relationships can't fit inside boxes. Sam and I, what we have, it's beyond definition. It wasn't a scandalous confession, but a tender truth, sincere, overdue. She went on to recall their first meeting. From day one, he made me feel safe. There was this effortless trust. When you work side by side for so long, you see everything, the good, the bad, the vulnerable. He's seen me at my best and my worst. And through it all, he's never changed. The interviewer smiled gently. So why say it now? Caitríona laughed softly. Maybe it's age, she said with a shrug. You reach a point where you stop hiding what matters. I've always believed love doesn't have to be romantic to be real. And Sam, he's one of the greatest loves of my life. That's the truth. Her words hung in the air, raw, unapologetic, final. Within hours, clips from the interview flooded social media. Caitríona Balfe confesses her love for Sam Heughan, blazed across every headline. Hashtags like #at46love and #SamCat forever trended worldwide. But Caitríona remained calm. She hadn't said it for attention. She said it for truth, for herself, for Sam, for everything they had shared. In one of the most replayed moments, she looked directly into the camera and whispered, "It's taken me a long time to be brave enough to say it, but yes, I love him. I always have." It wasn't a confession of desire. It was gratitude, a testament to a bond that transcended fame, distance, and time. As the lights dimmed, she smiled one last time and murmured, "He deserves to know." Then she walked off set, leaving behind a stunned audience and a world holding its breath for Sam Heughan's response. By morning, the world was awash in emotion. Every outlet, every fan page, every show carried the same headline. Clips of her saying, "I've loved him for a very long time," played endlessly on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Fans cried. Others celebrated. It felt like a confession 10 years in the making. For days, Sam said nothing. No tweet, no post, just silence, the kind that speaks louder than words. Fans refreshed his Instagram by the hour. Some thought he was stunned. Others believed he was letting the moment breathe. 3 days later, he appeared. A short video filmed at his Edinburgh home. The room was softly lit. He sat by a window, a cup of tea in hand, his tone quiet and warm. "I wasn't sure I should say anything," he began, "but after seeing Caitríona's interview, maybe it's time." He smiled faintly. "We've been asked about each other for years, sometimes kindly, sometimes not. We always said the same thing, that what we share is friendship, trust, and a lot of laughter. But the truth is, she's right." He looked directly into the camera, eyes soft and sincere. "I love her, too." The internet erupted, but before fans could spin it into romance, he continued gently. "What Caitríona said, it's the kind of love that doesn't fade or need labels. She's one of the most extraordinary people I've ever met. We've been through everything, late nights, long days, success, doubt, exhaustion, and through it all, we've always had each other's backs. That kind of bond changes you." He chuckled softly. "I guess we both waited too long to say it out loud." The clip was under 3 minutes, but by its end, the world was in tears. It wasn't romance. It was something purer, more human. Two souls finally acknowledging the truth that had always been there. Hours later, Caitríona reposted the video with a simple caption. "Only always, my friend, my heart." The world fell silent, not in confusion, but in awe. That night, fans flooded social media with tributes, photos, and memories spanning a decade. Hashtags like #TrueConnection, #at46love, and #SamCat4Forever rose again. One fan wrote, "They've shown us that love doesn't always mean possession. Sometimes it means loyalty, understanding, and years of unspoken care." Another added, "This is the kind of love we all dream of, not perfect, not romantic, but real." A week later, Sam and Caitríona appeared together at a charity gala in London, their first public appearance since the confessions. As they walked the red carpet, the air shifted. There were no awkward questions, no forced smiles, just warmth. Sam briefly held her hand as cameras flashed, their eyes meeting in quiet understanding. During the event, a reporter asked Sam if he'd seen the fan reactions. He smiled. "I have, and it's beautiful. They've always believed in us, sometimes even more than we did." Later, Caitríona took the stage to speak about gratitude and growth. Near the end, she turned slightly toward Sam. "We spend so much of our lives afraid to say what matters," she said softly. "But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that love, in all its forms, is something to be proud of." Sam rose to his feet, applauding, visibly moved. Backstage, away from cameras, a journalist overheard her whisper, "Feels good to finally say it, doesn't it?" He smiled. "Yeah. Took us long enough." And just like that, the tension of years melted away, replaced by something lighter, freer, truer. In the weeks that followed, the frenzy faded. The world stopped speculating about what if, and instead celebrated what was, a rare, genuine connection that had survived fame, distance, and time. In her final comment on the matter, Caitríona said, "People saw the word, love, and assumed it meant romance. But love is bigger than that. Sam and I are part of each other's stories. That's forever." And in his own quiet way, Sam echoed her words, posting a black and white photo of them laughing on set, captioned simply, "Some people come into your life and never leave. She's one of them." It became one of the most liked posts of his career. In the end, their story wasn't about secret romance or forbidden love. It was about something far rarer, two people brave enough to honor the truth that had always been there. That love, in its purest form, doesn't need to be claimed to be real. As one fan perfectly wrote beneath his post, "At 46, Caitríona didn't fall in love, she finally admitted she never stopped."